Why did I stop posting videos? Well, I didn't mean to stop posting videos. And I'm sorry to the audience out there that's kept up with me. I heard some comments from some of you recently, hey, where have you been? And so I thought it'd be a good time to just update everybody in general, how I'm doing with the supplements, how I'm doing with the channel, what to expect over the next few weeks and months, because I will be doing more. And look, I do enjoy this. I enjoy sharing my story. It's an accountability mechanism for me. I enjoy hearing your stories and sharing back some of those with the audience. And I enjoy researching the NMN and supplement stories, the news stories out there. However, in the summer, there are less of those stories that seem to come out, probably because a lot of these are university studies and they're quieter in the summer months. I guess the labs are open, but they do seem to release less new and fresh information out there, primarily about supplements, I guess, during the summer. So things are quieter in general. Things are quieter when it comes to traffic on YouTube in general. And I am planning to do more. As I said, there's a lot of stuff coming out soon, information like on NMN, the decision by the FDA, which was extended to the end of September. So that'll be interesting to see what they finally come up with. We recently had a meeting with Natural Products Association, with Team NMN, and a bunch of companies. There were about 36 people on that call. So it's very interesting to get an update on the legal aspect of the case for NMN as a supplement, remaining a supplement. There's a lot of nuance to that I'll get into more going forward, but certainly important to me and a lot of viewers out there to keep up. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing earth-shattering yet, so nothing that I need to feel like I need to, rush out and share yet. But basically, we're keeping an eye on the situation as it unfolds and they're collecting some questions about the process and that kind of thing so that they could funnel that feedback back to the FDA. And it's really cool to see something like, that going on and how that works with the people at Natural Products Association, which, Josh Long is now a part of that team. And certainly Dan Fabricant's leading that team. And Jim Emmy is a big part of that team over at Now Foods. So all of those people working hard to support the supplement industry and, of course, NMN in this case against FDA, which we hope will be resolved soon. It could go on longer, but we hope that things will get resolved soon with this response from FDA. Again, why haven't I been posting? Well, frankly, thanks to the energy from NMN, the focus, all the supplements that I take from DoNotAge, which have been great. They've, if anything, I kind of regret not sharing more information about DoNotAge because they have things going on. Like right now, they're giving away a year's supply of resveratrol this weekend if you spend $200 or more. So stuff like that, I like to be able to share with you guys. And recently, I have been sharing some stuff. They gave away some omega-3 a while ago, a couple different variations of that giveaway. So it's good to keep your eye on them and see what they're doing because they've been doing some interesting promotions over the summer months. And I do try to share that. So sorry to be late on this one, but it is going on right now. If you're seeing this early on over the next couple days, you can get that free resveratrol. I, frankly, have been so busy and so full of energy and honestly doing so well with my whole NMN lifestyle that I've added a lot to my exercise. And I've been doing things, more exercise, more stretching, basically every day, something. And that does eat up a lot of time. I've been busier with the kids, busier with tennis training. We all have tennis tournaments this weekend. We all have our own tournaments, so we're all very busy. The kids were out of school, obviously, over the summer. Now they're back in school. Both of those come with their own work tax, if you will. Obviously, getting them to tennis training, but other extracurricular activities. And frankly, I have so much energy that I keep taking on more and more and more when it comes to fitness, tennis, kids, lifestyle stuff. And the channel just sort of has been a victim of that success, I guess, a victim of its own success in a way, because it's the supplements that have empowered me to do all this stuff. I'm most astounded with things like injury recovery, because I still, like everyone, will have some sports injuries, but I recover even stronger than I did before. Whereas the older players that I run into in their 60s like me, have an injury and it recurs over and over and over again. I see them with the same brace on their arm or their leg every year, year over year, whereas I'll have an injury and then it seems like I'm healing back stronger than I did before. So I wonder about any of you out there experiencing something similar. The other reason I've been quiet really is waiting for this FDA decision on NMN. There hasn't been a lot to report while we kind of sit in limbo, waiting for their reaction. So I think that's going to open up some of the floodgates with things that I personally like to talk about because it's a big part of my own story, obviously. So by the end of September, that will open up and we'll hear more about them. I still get frustrated, honestly, with the YouTube algorithm. So I think some of the motivation of posting videos isn't there like it used to be. However, the traffic has overall been better the past few months than it was for maybe 2 years. So I am more upbeat in general about reaching people about supplements now. Hopefully I can continue to build an audience again. We had a really good breakthrough video on vitamin D, and that reached 500,000 people, which is the biggest video I've ever had. And that was from like 6-7 weeks ago. So hopefully I can replicate some of that success. I hope all of you are doing well. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, see how you're doing. I know that a lot of people are continuing to use my code PULSE at DoNotAge, and that always astounds me. Even when I'm quiet, people keep flooding in to get more DoNotAge supplements. So I hope it's going well for all of you with that. And I know it is, but I still love hearing your stories. So it's nice to check in with you again, and thanks for watching, and I promise to be back again soon.